Welcome back, everybody. It's one half of the draw is done. We know our semi-final lineup for the top half of the draw. Halfrey and Matlock will take on Connor and Cousins. Now it's time to deal with the bottom half of the draw, where we have former champions Justin Bergman and Tina Larsen getting us underway, and they are taking on auntie and nephew Chase and Melissa Stumfoll. Summer Webb and Tony Holgate with you for this one. And Tony, I know you did some commentary earlier with Chase. He was looking forward to playing in this tonight.
Yeah, he was very enthusiastic about his match tonight, getting back out into the arena with his auntie. Said they've been practicing a lot together, getting ready for this. They've got a fair wall in front of them in Tina Larsen and Justin Bergman to try and knock down. And after his early shootout departure the other day, Chase said he was playing well today. When he came into the commentary box, he was playing in the Open and he won 6-0 and 6-1 in his two respective matches, so he's going great guns in the Open. And he did say that he seems to do better in the Open than he does in the shootout. So he tends to have a bad shootout and then a good Open. So
we've seen him go well in the shootout before, though. It's I think for Chase, he's got a really high ceiling that could raise the floor up a little bit. Sometimes he can dip quite low. We saw him; his performance in the shootout wasn't his best. He'll be the first to admit that, but he can really play.
Yeah, if I remember rightly, he had a couple of scratches as well on the break. And
yeah, I mean, I think a few things went against him, and he kind of didn't play his best, but that happens.
Yeah. Very aggressive player is Chase. Well, that's not where I think he wanted to be.
Tough first visit to the table then.
Yeah, there was auntie sort of got a hold of the cue ball there, dragged it right up the table, caught out by the speed of the cloth, as so many are when it's their first match out there. Tina has played earlier today in the Women's Open, played Emily Duddy.
I suppose the only player that hasn't been out there has been Melissa. Obviously Chase has and Justin has.
Yeah.
An interesting partnership, Justin and Tina. They don't really talk too much. I mean, in Scotch and with Ultimate Pool, you can talk as much as you like, but they choose to just get on with it. They know what they're trying to do, and they trust each other, and there's very little communication. But they have success. Our inaugural champions.
We're having a little discussion here. Tina just asking Justin probably where he wants to be for the next shot. That's what I'd like to do with my partners. Ask where they'd like to be and then put them somewhere else.
Yeah, it's one thing to know where you're trying to put it, but putting it there's a whole different deal. But enough about us.
Justin there leaving enough angle there for Tina to get the cue ball across the table, so Justin can shoot the 8 into the top corner. All right, bottom corner.
Yeah, decides to come up for it that way around. Makes a little difference to Justin. Didn't play his best yesterday in the shootout. Surprised to see that. As Melissa gets us back underway with a solid side break. That leaves it slightly awkward here for Chase.
Yeah, he's not keen on it.
There's not much of the cue ball showing. He was really trying to dig down on the right-hand side, but I really know where to go there.
So much so, he's even changed the target to the 6 ball.
Yeah, that's a beauty. That really is a beautiful shot.
Yeah, very nice there from Chase. Now Melissa. 2 down the rail.
Leaves Chase a little awkward again, a little bit close to his work or very thin.
I feel he's got to play the 4 ball. Tricky little shot here from 1 to 7. Chase just orchestrating where he would like Melissa to play. How about that for a shot?
Yeah.
Even though he's now bridging over the top of the 13.
Right smile on his face as well. Second time in the rack.
Well, as long as he makes a 7, he's going to leave a shot for Melissa, but it's going to be a long cut down the rail with the 8.
That's okay. It's well played.
Oh, that's a really good shot. I just thought he might just drift it in and let Melissa shoot the long one, but this is a lot easier now for Melissa.
Oh no, all the work was done. I was just thinking how well they'd done to get to that point, and disappointing 8 ball. Just different personalities, I guess. Justin jumps out of his chair, runs to the table, and Tina just sat there calmly. Well, it's your shot, Justin. I'll wait for you to go.
Nothing in the way. She probably, if she can get through, shoot the 14. Bring the cue ball back up. Get rid of the 11 and 12 next. Gone a long way up the table. Not really where you want to be.
That's really awkward here for Justin, unless he feels he can just dink the one he's next to in, which he does. This is very close to his work here. You can tell he's not comfortable with it, and a bit of a stretch. It helped that he was playing away from it just a touch. Oh, Tina. Tina's turn to miss one. There wasn't too much of that when they were winning the title and making the final over the last 2 events.
Chase slots the 8 ball in, and well, they've sort of dodged a bit of a bullet there. I was talking to Chris McCurley earlier, and because obviously the next one's in June in Boston, and he says, "Yeah, I think myself and the wife would drive to that one." I said, "How long does that take?" He said, 20 hours. You know, like it was nothing. He said, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not too bad, you know, stay overnight on the way. And I said, 20 hours? You can effectively fly to Australia from the UK.
Yeah, it's a long journey, but hopefully worth it. Yeah, if you didn't hear the news yesterday, our next event will be in Boston, 20th to 22nd of June. Courtside Bar and Grill. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I believe Pembroke
Tis.
is the venue. Just a little south of the city of Boston. But anyway, it's all about Iowa this weekend. And it has really been a fantastic tournament. Still lots to play for. And all the big finals tomorrow in the open events. And the shootout will be played to a finish tonight.
Much cleaner this time for the Stumfolls. They were chasing that cue ball in the last rack, ultimately ended up missing the 8 ball, but this time better layout and kept very clean until that moment.
Well, Melissa drew a ball back in the opening frame at miles, and now this time it's in that same pocket. It was dropped one short. Can be made, but it's very thin. And the cue ball's going to be doing a lot of travelling as well. But be careful of the side pockets. We didn't hit it. Or he's going to hit it on the second attempt. No. Ball in hand. And this time the let off for Larsen and Bergman.
Can they capitalise this time? They really should have got the last one. Didn't. Such important racks. When your opponents make mistakes, capitalise.
Just wonder there if Tina Larsen was just trying to leave Justin on the 1 ball.
I thought about taking the one last shot for Tina rather than playing. Now the one's likely to be the last ball. Not that it's really a problem. Thought they would get rid of that and work it a different way, but this is the way they've chosen.
This 8 now for Tina Larsen. To put her and Justin Bergman into a 2-rack-to-1 lead. And no mistakes this time from Tina Larsen.
Will feel like they could be sat here 2-1 up.
That's a big break there from Chase. Great split as well.
Like the solids here?
There's a case of strikes where, because of the 4 ball, stuck to the 9. That's less of a case now for strikes with the 5 ball going where it has. Wonder if Tina could just see enough of that 6 ball.
I think so. Don't think there's any issues with the 6. I think they wanted to be on the 1 and they're not.
I mean, she could play that and come out and maybe play the 4 into the side, or even try and move the 2 balls.
Might not be on anything here.
No.
Maybe the 1. And maybe a very off-angle combination, but I think might just have the 1 here.
That's going to be stuck to the 9.
Normal.
Sorry, I was just going to say that's a really, really bad spot to land in.
It's a poor shot from Justin. Was raving about how good his cue ball normally is, but he's overdone that significantly. I feel like it's the first time in the match that Chase and Melissa have had the opportunity to counter. Far from a certainty. 14 causing issues. That's causing issues as well.
Yeah, this looking very sticky indeed. That's a great pot. Oh, and kick the 14 as well. Very good shot. I don't think can he make the 10? If he can't, he's got an angle on the 14 to kick the 2 balls apart.
Being on the 10 would be handy here though, wouldn't it? That was the best shot Melissa's played in the match. He's not sure. He'd be pinching quite a lot of the pocket.
She's playing it with a little bit of right hand as well, which will throw the cue ball away from the 10. He caught the 12 first, but it's still gone in. This is a horrible shot now. We saw Tom Cousins knock these in like they weren't there, but these are tricky. That's a lovely pot.
They are tricky. Melissa made that look very simple.
Yeah, she played it very well indeed. There's no way Chase is going to miss this, so it's looking very much like we're going level again.
Well, this is the pocket that Melissa missed in a couple of racks ago. Not this time though, far easier. And we're all square, just over 10 to play.
So Justin Bergman, at the table. Match all square. Bergman, what a break.
That will do.
Stripes immediately.
Let's play the first one off the 2. You don't really need to open up the pocket. Does it make it easier? I suppose you don't need to even do that. No. This is as good as it gets, isn't it? There really is no problems out there.
No, we're going to 15 seconds of shot. I think he might shoot a 12 while he's on it.
It's the only one that has half a little bit of. I mean, it's not even half of anything. It's just got to play position on it.
I'd have just been keen there.
Just because it's the one that could get you in trouble if you got off angle on it. Yeah.
And it's got a perfect little angle there just to put the cue ball into the middle of the table.
That's why I was sort of wondering whether they might just play the first one into the centre off the 2, but there's no real need. Oh, Tina. It's a surprise. They're going to bump the 8 here.
I think that's what Chase was pointing to.
Makes it a little easier. They're still going to have to get underneath it or find a bank.
Well, it's going to be Melissa to play the positional shot as well to get to the 8. So Chase will knock this 5 ball in. He's going to try and leave Melissa, I would say, relatively straight on the 2.
He's back himself to make the bank.
Yeah. Well, he wants to go a bit further. He doesn't want to leave it so it's a chance of the scratch. And there you see. So just pull it back past the side pocket. Played it very well.
Yep, used it nicely. Big shot in the context of this match to put Chase and Melissa in front. And in it goes. Big shot from Chase. Big run out. Big counter. And the Stumpfolls are in front for the first time. Eight ball. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. My word, what a moment. The counter run out and then the 8 ball for a golden break and a 2-rack lead with 7:44 to play.
Oh,
moments. Oh, 8 ball close for them, but not going to find a way. And it's a messy layout.
Look at that cluster there to the right-hand side.
Chase and Melissa will like the look of that. This is a potential clock killer.
Well, I think he's going to play the 3 and smash into the lot.
Yeah, that may not come out. It may not come out, and it absolutely couldn't have been too much worse. Still surprised that Tina didn't take that on. I know it's a thin one along the bottom rail, but at 2 behind with under 7 to play.
Yeah, you've got to really push the belt out a bit, haven't you, now at this stage in the match.
It looks like they've been rewarded, though. It's far from an easy run out, but it's a better look than they had previously. Right now, the 4 has nowhere to go. And in trying to deal with it, Tina's missed another one. Not had her best match.
Yeah, nicely done there by Melissa.
That's not very good. It has put the 8 ball in all sorts of trouble. And they already had 1 to work out. Now they have 2, and only 2 balls to do it with.
Yeah, I did think the Chase might call the extension there. He's got a big decision to make.
Played the bank to leave the angle to play the breakout off the 10. Time is very much against Justin and Tina right now, but if they find a way here, it will be Chase's break. So they need to be mindful of that and leave as much time on the clock as possible.
Well, he's going to have to shoot the 6 and then leave the 4 for Tina to try and kick in to the 8 and the 3. So just shoot this normally. Let the cue ball do all the work. Push the 2 balls out.
Oh, kind of double kissed on her.
Yeah, it did. And
that's a little bit unfortunate. You feel like that's got to pop out. It was just a case of whether there was any, you know, was it going to leave a shot down the table where the pocket's blocked or not? And couldn't have come out much worse.
No, it's a disaster that is for Larsen and Bergman. Really was no shot there for Justin Bergman.
Yeah, and that's no good. I mean, not a lot with 15 seconds to play with that Justin could do that. And now 3 balls away from a 3-rack lead with under 3 minutes to play. It's dreamland here for the Stumpfolls.
Yeah, you feel now that if Melissa fires this 8 ball into the corner at 5-2 with the time that's left, that's the end of it.
Melissa's missed another 8 ball. That could just add some late drama here.
Very similar to the one that she missed earlier, but in the other corner pocket.
Yeah.
Undercut. And this is a very small lifeline, because it will be the Stumpfolls to break, but in goes the 8, and Larsen and Bergman are still clinging on. Potter ball, use some time.
It's dry. It's dry. Here we go. Late drama.
Right then.
Oh, they've stolen Justin's chalk. He leaves it on the table, so it's fair game. Well, he tries to leave it on the table. He's thrown it on the floor now.
Well, there's no massive.
He drops it on the floor again.
Oh, no. It's great. Oh, he's left it in there.
Yeah, there was a lot of time wasted in that shot, really. And now it's not. Now you have not developed the ball. It's all of a sudden changes the dynamics of this visit. Yeah, not the best of visits for Justin and Tina, that one. You felt like they were having a good chance to run out there and tie this match up, but the first shot going wrong for Justin left them nowhere to go.
I think extension should be called. Well, I'll be surprised if they don't call it.
Yeah, call it and stand there for 30 seconds.
Absolutely.
15-second shot clock we're playing right now. We get an extra 15 for an extension. Well, there's only 50 seconds left in the match.
And there it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, Justin Bergman was racing out of his chair there. Thought he hadn't made the ball in the side.
Only hope they had was that miss. It doesn't really matter now. There won't be enough time.
And now we're into the last 10 seconds, and as Simon said, there isn't going to be enough time. And the match is over. Chase Stumfoll and Auntie Melissa have defeated Justin Bergman and Tina Larsen